make sheets.
Sorry.
Have there been others?
You said you were staying at your parents' house tonight.
Don't change the subject. Have there been other women?
I mean, there was Mexico and the girl by the lake when we got engaged.
No, not those. Others I don't know about.
Yeah.
Since we've been married,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have known this was going to happen.
Things just got so out of hand.
So what, this is why you didn't want to stay at my parents' house?
No, your parents' house smells like cat dander. I can't sleep there.
Yeah, because your standards for sleeping conditions are clearly so high. Now I have to throw away these expensive sheets.
We could just wash them.
Ew, no. It just feels wrong.
Well, if you would have just stayed at your parents' house like you were supposed to, you wouldn't have even known the difference.
Why didn't you just wait for me? We used to do this together.
Well, honestly, the times we did it together, you really didn't seem that into it.
What do you mean?
You barely touched her. I had to walk you through it step by step.
Yeah, and as soon as you asked, I jumped right in and did exactly what you told me to do.
Yeah, but your heart wasn't in it. And then every time I suggested someone, you were like, well, she's too big, or she looks like a screamer, or she's your niece's kindergarten teacher.
You said, we agreed, never anyone we know.
I know. I just meant that you seemed to be losing interest, and I didn't want to make you do something that you didn't want to do just because I wanted to do it. And while we're on the topic, I also hate going to trivia night, but I go because you want to go.
Okay, trivia night is couples only. If you don't go, then I can't go either. Because then the teams are all uneven, and Mark and Charlotte will be all, hey, well, why didn't you keep the score? Because they've wanted me out of the game since the very beginning. Because I always beat them at the geography round. And I certainly did not go to grad school to keep score.
I know. That's why I go to trivia night, because you like it. So I pretend like I like it because I love you. Why can't you just do this one thing for me?
I have done this for you. I never would have done this before I met you. I mean, okay, sure, everyone fantasizes about doing it, but I never thought I'd actually go through with it.
I knew you weren't really into it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just not my thing.
You said you loved it.
No. I love you.
Faker!
A faker? Don't you start with me about faking it. You know what? When we first started dating, I wanted you to like me. So when you said that you loved doing this, I honestly thought it was a joke. So I said I liked it too. And, the next thing I know, the waitress is in the backseat of my car. And I don't know, I guess I just thought, at that point it would have been a little weird to be like, hey, I may have overcommitted a little bit.
Why would you go through with it then?
Well, I never done it before. I didn't want you to think I was a square.
So that's why you just wanted to watch.
Look, honestly, even just watching was way more than I'd ever done before. Plus, you said, before me, just let them lay around for way too long. The neighbors are bound to see something.
True.
And you know it'd be Tiffany.
Tiffany? That bitch doesn't even separate her glass jars and cans.
Seriously?
Yeah. She just puts them both in the same bin, even though everyone else has clearly marked bins for both. And then she has the audacity to tell me to turn my music down at 11 p.m.
All right, look, okay, yes. I love it, okay? It's just a little weird for me, that's all.
People do weirder things.
Do they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Such as?
I don't know, Tupperware parties?
How is that worse?
I didn't say it was worse, I just said it was weird. Plus, all that plastic is bad for the environment, and Tiffany still prances around the neighborhood like she has some sort of moral high ground, while simultaneously fucking the earth in the ass with a bunch of plastic boxes.
Oh, okay, yes. Tupperware parties are weird, but they're not weirder than this.
Well, I don't think I can be happy without this.
So this makes you happier than I do?
Don't compare this to the way that I feel about you. I love you.
Well, why isn't that enough?
Why should I have to choose?
Because this isn't normal.
Well, it's also not normal that your athlete's foot is resistant to all forms of medication. But I still love you. Plus, I told you about this very early on, and you said you were cool with it.
Okay, well, hang on. Let's be clear here. I was never cool with it, okay? I accepted it because I love you. I don't know, I guess I just thought it was a phase or something.
Oh, not this again.
Well, I mean, it is your one outlying flaw. Other than this one little impulse, you're wonderful.
Well, why don't you just marry Tiffany?
I just wish you wouldn't do this. It makes everything so complicated. I think you should see someone about this, like a doctor.
Now you sound like my mother.
Your mother? What are you talking about?
Well, that's exactly what my mother said to me right after she walked in on me with the neighbor girl.
The neighbor girl? Jesus Christ, how old were you?
Don't be such a prude. I was 16. Plus, I didn't even go through with anything because my father jumped in and pulled me off of her because he's so traditional. And then they decided to send me away for some therapy.
And so what, the doctors couldn't help you?
No, I didn't go. I ran away.
You don't feel guilty at all?
I feel bad about lying to you. You're the only person I've ever been able to share this with.
Okay, yeah, aside from the women, of course.
Yeah, but who are they going to tell? I mean, my friends won't even believe that I sometimes don't wear underwear.
You don't wear underwear? What?
Anyway, I guess I felt a little guilty after the first time. Right after I ran away, and this girl picked me up, and I'd come so close with the neighbor girl, I just couldn't really wait any longer.
God.
It was nice. We pulled off the highway and parked in a clearing where the moon was the only light when we turned off the car.
And then what, you just went for it?
Yeah, pretty much. I just started touching her hair, and one thing led to another, and before I knew it, she just sort of thrown her head back in one of those deep, breathy exhales that I really like.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
But then I couldn't sleep, and I just sat there imagining what my parents would think, and I just left her there alone, and I walked back to the main road.
Oh my God.
Was that more than you wanted to hear?
No, baby, it's obviously not healthy for you to be bottling this all up, you know, it's not good, you know, just don't lie to me about it, and then please don't try to hide it from me.
You still love me?
Look, darling, there's no scenario in which I stop loving you, okay? I mean, this one thing doesn't take away from all the other great things about our relationship.
Does that mean you're willing to try it again?
Okay, look, you know, I love you, and I want you to be happy, but do you think we could compromise and only do it when we're out of town?
Yeah.
Do you promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay, good. I love you.
I love you too. I know I'm a little kooky.
Oh, Jesus.
I almost forgot.
Yeah, don't worry about her, babe. We can do something with her. We better hurry, though. Tiffany has her 6 a.m. Pilates classes.
All right. Fisherman's Point should be fine.
Why not the old court?
That's where
The last two? All right, fine. We can drop her off at the point, but I really prefer the drive to the court. You know those unprotected left-hand turns on the way to the point.
Well, there's that all-night diner down that way. We can stop for waffles.
All right, fine, but you're buying.